Hey guys, Tiara here with DOCGIRLFITNESS, and today's video is all about personal statements. If you're new to this channel, I'm Tiara Range, a new pediatrics resident physician with videos focusing on medicine, lifestyle, and fitness. If that sounds like something you'd like to see, then make sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss another video. And if you aren't new to my channel, then welcome back. As I mentioned last week, the next several videos are a part of a residency application series in which I plan to highlight the different aspects of the residency application process in an effort to hopefully help you along the way. Before I start, I'd like to shout out someone who commented on one of last week's videos. And most of all, I want to thank her for catching a very honest mistake. In last week's video, when talking about the date that ERAS submits applications to all the residency programs in the country, I mentioned the date as October 1st. And thanks for correcting me. The actual date is October 21st this year. As I did last week, I'll make sure to include the ERAS submission timeline link in the description box. Thanks again for catching that, and for everyone watching, please know that I read every single comment and I get so excited to respond to those comments as soon as I get the chance. Now that we've cleared that up, let's get right to it. So in last week's video, I mentioned the importance of having a personal statement ready for your letter writers when asking for a letter of recommendation. So it only seemed fitting that this week's video discussed some of the important things you should consider when you're creating that personal statement. The first step in preparing that personal statement is deciding on the focus of your content. This is your opportunity to talk about why you want to go into the field of medicine for which you're applying. But more importantly, it's your opportunity to express this in any way that you'd like. My personal statement was based off of several anecdotal patient experiences and how those experiences led to me realizing what was important for me to focus on in patient care and what it means to be a physician. Anecdotes are a great way to start off a personal statement because you're providing a personalized experience and giving application reviewers a small peek into your life. Other options for things to focus on in your personal statement include talking about people in that field that inspired you, or maybe even discussing the attributes associated with that field of medicine and how those align with your personality and the way that you would like to treat patients. Things you want to avoid in your personal statement include talking positively about your field of interest at the expense of other fields of medicine. You should have enough positive things to say about the field that you want to spend the rest of your career in without having to bash other fields of medicine in the process. All fields of medicine work together, and if you speak like this in your personal statement, it may make application reviewers feel like you don't know how to be a team player. One other major thing you should avoid is being overly wordy. You want to capture the attention of your application reviewers, and that should be doable in about 1 page. Once your personal statement starts to get longer than 1 page, you start to lose the attention of your application reviewers, and you want to keep their attention as long as possible in the only setting you have to provide your own personalized touch. The personal statement is also a great place to address any red flags in your application. By red flags, I'm referring to any course failure or failure of a board exam, such as Step 1, Step 2 clinical skills, or Step 2 clinical knowledge. I suggest briefly addressing the issue, and I do mean briefly, typically in no more than 2 to 3 sentences. By doing so, you have created a starting point for conversation. Regardless of whether or not you bring it up, the application reviewers will notice these things on your application. But by talking about it in your personal statement, you are showing ownership over whatever happened and addressing the issue head on. That way, by the time you have reached the point of interviewing with these residency programs, they are not initiating the conversation for the first time with you about whatever happened. You have already done that in your personal statement, and you've already set the stage for how the conversation will probably go. Initiating the conversation in this way shows a true level of growth that the application reviewers will definitely appreciate. It's also beneficial to have this in a personal statement because, once again, you are providing this to your letter writers. By having this information available to your letter writers while they're writing your letters of recommendation, you are also giving them the opportunity to better understand what happened, so therefore their letter of recommendation can not only support you, but also align perfectly with what you have stated in your personal statement. Once you've found out the focus of your content, you have taken out anything that could be concerning, and you've addressed any red flags, it's time to polish it up with a little bit of proofreading. Similarly to personal statements for college and for medical school, I will always suggest running this information by your family and your friends and having them check out your personal statement just to see how they like it. But more importantly, since this personal statement is the only opportunity for residency application reviewers to get a personalized view of you, I do suggest a more professional opinion on your personal statement as well. This can be achieved by having a professional writing service edit your personal statement. And that does not mean that this has to come at any cost to you. I had my school's library writing service review all of my personal statement drafts for free. Their feedback was immensely helpful in creating the final draft of my personal statement, and I never had to come out of pocket to get a professional opinion. If you're unsure as to whether or not your school provides such services, I highly suggest reaching out to your library and seeing what resources they have available for you. If you are applying to programs that you feel are more competitive and you are very interested in, let's say, 1 to 2 very specific programs, I suggest creating a personal statement that is generalized that you will provide to almost every program that you include in your ERAS residency program list, and creating 1 to 2 other drafts of your personal statement that are personalized to your top 1 to 2 schools. This does not mean creating 2 additional entirely different personal statements. I just mean rearranging 2 to 3 sentences throughout the personal statement to cater to the features that those programs have, to show that you have put in just a little bit extra effort to acknowledge what features that school has and how those features are important to you in fostering your development and growth as a future practicing physician. I did this for a couple of the programs that I felt were REACH programs, and it was well received, and I was able to receive interviews at those programs. And that's pretty much it, guys. Today's video was meant to highlight an overview of the things that you should be considering for your personal statement. If you like this video and you want a little bit more in-depth of a talk about personal statements, then make sure to let me know in the comments below, and I'll do an updated video in the future. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or just want to chat, make sure to let me know in the comments section below. And if you like videos on medicine, lifestyle, and fitness, then make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.